Well, Kelly's Court is back in session on the docket today, using boycotts to bully small businesses in the Wisconsin budget battle. As we told you last hour, AFS-CME, that's the union representing most public employees in the Badger State, is now threatening to boycott stores in the southwestern part of the state, demanding that these stores post signs in their front windows declaring support for the union. If they do not, the union promises they will face a crushing blockade of their bottom lines. The problem is, it may be against the law to threaten businesses like this. And so there is a real question about whether this is even legal. Let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst and host of FoxNews.com Live, Kimberly Guilfoyle, and Tamara Holder is an attorney and Fox News contributor. All right, guys, so this is very interesting to me about whether you are legally allowed as a union. You know, I talked to this guy at 1:15 today saying, why can't they, Kimberly, go up to these businesses and say, you won't support us? Fine, we have a First Amendment right not to support you and to tell others not to support you either. And yet there's a question about whether that's legal.
Well, it is, because part of it could be, and perhaps if you take it too far, then it crosses the line where they would not have the protection afforded to them by the law. And in fact, specifically in Wisconsin, they have a statute that says you cannot threaten to intimidate or harass someone either verbally or non-verbally, because that can be against the law. So the unions in this particular case, I believe, are taking it too far. I feel that they are crossing the line by making threatening phone calls, by harassing these business owners to the point where they do feel real fear and intimidation about not complying with the union. And this is nothing new in history, Megan.
Tamara, is this legal?
Yes, this is legal. I think that this field representative, he's undermining the efforts of the unions. He sent off this letter, which I'm sure you have a copy of, 2 pages of a rant. But it's not on the union letterhead. He, I think, was very emotional about what he was saying, but it doesn't rise to the level of harassment, as Kimberly said, or any violation of the law. There is no vote on this. This does not involve the unions. This is one field representative who did something probably idiotic and stupid, but he's not representing.
But there is some evidence that a boycott is taking place. Some of these small business owners are saying it's not just one letter. This guy, who's their leader, has had an effect because people are literally refusing to go there into these businesses because of him. They say,
yeah, they're being injured financially, economically. Because
there's nothing illegal about that.
Well, but is there? Okay, wait, listen. I want to give our viewers the statement of the law, and then we're gonna have to take a quick break. But here's the law threatening to injure in Wisconsin. Whoever, by written communication, threatens any injury to a business with intent to compel that person so threatened to do an act against his will is guilty of a felony. Okay, so did they threaten a business with intent to compel the business to do an act against its will?
Of course they did.
We're going to pick that up
on the other side.
Right after this break. All right, picking up where we left off. Tamara, let me ask you. Threatening injury to a business with intent to compel that business to do something against its will. Isn't that what they're doing here?
No, I think that what this is one man from the local council 24 in Washington, or I'm sorry,
he's the field rep. He signs it. Jim Parrott, field rep, AFSCME Council 24.
He absolutely did, and I think individually he's looking at possibly some sanctions, and I'm sure that everybody else at the top of the union is very upset about this. He does not represent.
Really? We haven't heard that. We've heard some union members actually went out to the streets in Wisconsin and said, we don't support this. We don't like what this guy Parrott's saying, but I haven't heard anything about union leaders coming out, Kimberly, and saying,
no, they haven't.
This guy Parrott's out of line.
This is an organized effort. He's in big trouble. His signature's on the bottom line. He's head actually of a large union organization.
Kimberly.
Yes, it is. I don't care if he has letterhead or not. So what if he saved a buck or two? He's a bully.
There was no
He's
vote.
threatening and harassing these business owners. Many of them are on record. They've called the Chamber of Commerce. They're frightened. They're worried about their livelihood. They are feeling the financial impact of the boycott, and they are getting threatening and harassing phone calls. It is a violation of the law. Nobody likes a bully. Their First Amendment rights are not going to trump
some of the union members have come out and said, we don't like this because just as we thought we were winning this battle, this PR battle, this guy undermines us tomorrow. But does it matter that they haven't had a vote? If there's a boycott in effect, if people are listening to him?
It does matter, and that's exactly my point, Megan, is that there was no vote. There are people that are part of this union that are saying this is not what we are about. We are about collective bargaining. We are about
What if the union doesn't do anything to this guy Parrott?
They should get rid of him. This is his signature on the line. And he even says, if you would like to reconsider, call me on this number. This is very specific.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, get it in line, get in compliance, support this, put this document up to say that you support state workers,
He says he can't stay neutral. Tamara, I'll give you the last word. What if the union doesn't come out publicly and sanction him?
Well, I think that there's a bigger issue here.
Quickly,
we are looking at the 43rd anniversary of Martin Luther King's march for sanitation workers, and this is exactly what he was dealing with. He wanted collective bargaining and rights for unions.
Okay.
We need to not focus on this stupid thing, this stupid letter.
All right. Well, that's those local business owners don't see it as stupid, but good debate. Thank you. Well, one final word for our viewers. This very well may be a crime. Threatening injury to a business with intent to compel that business to do something against its will. And that, folks, would be a felony in Wisconsin. There could also be a civil lawsuit against the union if the boycott is proven to have taken place. Bottom line, the union would do better legally to leave the businesses alone and concentrate its fight at the voting box. We'll be right back.